now listening to Hello China at 103.2 Dublin City FM. The program is co-hosted by UCD Confucius Institute for Ireland. I'm Chiense, producer and presenter. Today we also have Si and Sam. How are you guys?
We're good.
Okay. So what are you going to talk about today?
Well, last week we mentioned that Si was going to teach me a bit about the Sichuan province, and I know I'm really looking forward to it because the first thing I think of when I hear Sichuan is the food.
Food, good. So just one more thing. Hey, folks, don't forget to drop us a line if you want to have your own say in our program. The email address is hellochina@dublincityfm.ie. Looking forward to hear from you, and it's your time.
Yeah, I know it's normal for people to think of food there when speak of Sichuan, since it's very famous, and it's really one of the 4 famous cuisines in China. The rest are namely Shandong cuisine, Chaozhou cuisine, and Huaiyang cuisine. Sichuan food is famous for its many flavors, and almost every dish has its own unique taste. This is because many flavors and seasonings are produced in Sichuan province. Sichuan cuisine has also many delicious snacks and desserts, such as bang bang chicken, chicken with sesame paste, Latin shadow beef, husband and wife's pork law slices, steamed beef, noodles with chili sauce, and rice dumplings stuffed with steamed pesto.
Some of those sound really good, although husband and wife's pork lung slices I might give a miss. There's another Sichuan cuisine that I have tried myself, hot pot. It's really good. It usually involves some thin sliced meat, some vegetables, mushrooms, wonton, egg dumplings, and even seafood. And then you usually dip it in sauce, right?
Yeah, that's right. And even in summer, if you visit Sichuan, you will still find people there eat hot pot. They don't mind the hot weather.
Really? I had it before, and it's really spicy, so the idea of eating it in hot weather is pretty strange to me, but I suppose it's a cultural thing.
Yeah, but from this you can see how much people there like hot pot. And watching bianlian while eating hot pot is a fantastic thing. Oh, Sam, I know you don't understand bianlian. Translating to English, it just means the face changing. It is a style of opera. Do you remember in the first program we talked about the famous Peking opera?
Of course, yeah. Peking opera is famous all over the world. So there's another style of opera in the Sichuan province?
Yeah, Sichuan opera is also well renowned.
Actually, I think I've heard something about this. This is where the performers dress in brightly colored costumes, and as they dance on stage, they remove masks, don't they?
You did a lot of research.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting subject.
In the 1920s, opera masters began using layers of masks made of oiled paper or dried pig bladder. Skilled performers could peel off one mask after another in less than a second. Modern-day masters use full-face painting skill masks, which can be worn in layers of as many as 24 and be pulled off one by one.
That's an amazing skill, and they do it so quickly. Do you know how they do it?
Well, nobody knows, only the actors know the secret. But they don't share it with anybody outside the art, because the mystery is a very important part of the performance.
That's really cool. The Chinese have so many interesting skills that many of them I haven't even heard about. Are there any other secrets to the Sichuan province you can tell me about?
Sure. Have you heard of Sanxingdui before?
No.
Through many years' discovery, in 1987, archaeologists accidentally found sacrificial pits containing thousands of gold, bronze, jade, and other pottery artifacts that had been carefully buried in a large archaeological site named Sanxingdui. It is now believed to be the site of an ancient Chinese city which dates back to the 11th and 12th century BC. It is said the discovery of Sanxingdui indicates that the history of ancient Shuguo was traced back to over 5,000 years ago, and provides evidence showing not only Yellow River but also Yangtze River was the cradle of Chinese civilization.
It's amazing to think that an entire city could be buried for so long. China has such an interesting history. I have heard of the Yellow and the Yangtze River before, but you mentioned Shuguo. Could you tell me more about that?
Shuguo and Baguo were 2 ancient countries in China. And nowadays, Bashu is known as an area in southwest China in Sichuan Basin, and as a core of Sichuan and Chongqing area. Due to its long history, abundant resources, and elegant landscapes, it has always enjoyed, since ancient times, the title Nature's Storehouse.
You mentioned Chongqing, which I know is a pretty big city in China, but it's not actually in the Sichuan province, is it? There's some relationship there, though, between the two.
Wow, you know much. Chongqing was belonged to Sichuan province until 1997, and it became one of the 4 municipalities in China. I'm sure you must know about the Three Gorges Dam that is in Chongqing.
Yeah, I've definitely heard about the Three Gorges Dam. It's the biggest dam in the world, right?
Yeah, as wide as the Golden Gate Bridge and twice as tall, capable of generating 18 gigawatts of hydroelectric power. As well as power generation, the Three Gorges Dam is essential for flood control.
That's not the only reason it's famous, though, isn't it? I think I've heard something about the scenery in that area.
Besides the dam, it is also famous for its scenery. The Three Gorges show the magic of nature with their beautiful mountains and waters. The great peaks and rocks on the two sides of the Three Gorges represent the great changes taking place in the region in the past billion years. In addition, an image of the westernmost gorge appears on Chinese currencies on the back of the 10-yuan note.
That sounds really amazing. I really want to visit now.
I don't think so, because it's so cold. And the best time to visit Three Gorges is during the flower period at the beginning of summer, or it will be very hot. Don't forget, Chongqing is the best known as a stove city.
Stove city. I've never heard that expression before. It must get really hot there.
And the people are like the weather. They are very warm and known for the hospitality. It is also famous for being the #1 city in China for pretty girls.
Yeah, well, now I'm definitely going. I suppose it shouldn't be the only reason I go visit, though. Could you tell me a bit more?
Chongqing is also called Mountain City. In fact, not only the city, but also the whole Sichuan province are known for being mountains. Take Wolong as an example. It contains lush temperate forests and high ice-covered mountains. 101 mountains above 5,000 meters. This contributes to biodiversity preservation as well as the spectacular beauty of the landscape in Wolong Nature Reserve.
Well, I'm glad to hear they go to such lengths to protect the beauty in that area. What about the nature reserve? What exactly do they do?
Do you like panda?
Of course I like pandas. Everyone likes pandas.
Me too. And the Wolong Giant Panda Reserve is there. And Wolong is home to over 6,000 species of plants and animals. It is one of the last protected homes of the giant panda, red panda, golden snub-nosed monkey, white-lipped deer, so Wolong Reserve is a fair land for tourists.
Actually, I remember seeing some of those animals in the zoo. The red panda in particular was very interesting. Have you ever actually been to this area yourself?
Yeah, last summer holiday, I traveled to Kangding, which is an area with a lot of Tibetan ethnic minorities in Sichuan province. Have you heard Kangding love song?
No, I don't think I have.
I remember in the past 2 years, Spring Festival Gala in Dublin, a number of Irish girls from a middle school sang this song, and the song just originated from the place called Kangding. And when I was on the flight from Chongqing to Kangding, I saw the Gongga Mountain breaking through the clouds. The airport in Kangding is the second highest in the world. So if you go there, you can go to Wild Mount Lake, but be careful of the altitude sickness.
You're joking, right? I mean, the airport can't actually be that high that you'd have altitude sickness.
No, it's the truth. When I was there, I felt altitude sickness. And 'cause you know it's a king of mountains in Sichuan. And in Tibetan language, the Gong just means ice, while Ga means white. And Gongga Mountain, the highest peak in the mountain west of Sichuan, has an altitude of more than 7,500 meters. Gongga Mountain is an ambitious goal for climbers from all over the world. And Hailuogo Valley just lie at the foot of Gongga Mountain. It is world famous for the glacier in low altitude. 'Cause you know the glacier in the world mostly lay in the region of high altitude, and the sparkling modern glaciers rushes down from the high and steep valley, spraying millions of water blooms, changing the quiet valley into a pure water palace. Ice halls and ice bridge make people feel like entering into a crystal palace. I also met a lot of Tibetan inhabitants there. They are very hospitable, simple, honest, and unspoiled, which becomes scenery full of attraction.
You know, Tibet is a place I've always wanted to visit myself. I've heard great things about the people there. I understand that a lot of Tibetans practice Buddhism and that there's a large mountain in this area where the Buddhists like to visit.
Yeah, I think you mean the mountain Emei. It is one of the 4 famous mountains in China. It lies about 168 kilometers from Chengdu, the capital of Sichuan province. Before the tour of the holy mountain, it is important to obtain some information about the spread of Buddhism in China, Buddhism in Mountain Emei, and its hiking routes. In addition, the Jiuzhai Valley is located in Jiuzhaigou County, and Jiuzhaigou